Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Help support my channel. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers pretty much as soon as possible. So then I go live streaming because YouTube policy, they won't let me go live until I have 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to all the folks out there that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you have not yet, please take this moment now with helping me. Click subscribe. Next, click the bell. And next, click all. This helps you receive a notification when I post my next videos. Plus, click the thumbs up button and every time you watch my videos. If you got value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel by going below and clicking on either my Patreon or PayPal links. If you join my Patreon page, then you'll get early access to these videos 24 hours before they're posted on the YouTube and lots more. If you prefer just leaving a small tip, click on PayPal. Either way, then you get that warm sense of satisfaction years down the line knowing that you helped me become a successful YouTuber.
Saturday, June 11th, 3:40 p.m. New York time. Going to discuss currencies, the major currencies. Don't be disappointed and don't be hating if your nation is not discussed here, because certain currencies have more value than other nations' currencies. That's a fact. Yep. So we'll look at the weekly time frames, each candlestick being weak. We'll also start looking at the US dollar index. And US dollar index is comprised of several currencies inside of it. I'll run that down first. US dollar index. The major currencies in there, the largest ones that represent the index are first, the euro, makes up 57.66%. Second, Japanese yen, it makes up 13.6%. Followed third by the British pound, makes up 11.9%. Yep, so there's several more currencies in US dollar, but we're going to focus mostly on those top three currencies in US dollar. And if you trade currencies in the Forex market, yeah, the Forex market is a currency exchange. It's one currency exchange. There's another currency exchange that's called the FX futures market. They trade currencies too. What's the difference? Well, they're different exchanges. They have different policies, different margin requirements. But one of the big differences, the futures exchange limits which currencies, and all the currencies in there are pegged to the US dollar, where the Forex market has currencies. And again, let me say this, FYI, the Forex market is only currencies. Some people say their trading platform with Forex includes gold or crude oil. Sure, the broker decides what other data they provide, but the Forex market is just currencies. So I can have a broker that can have stocks, Forex, futures, commodities. Got it? Okay. And then you can trade also stock ETFs that are currencies. So I'm going to show you a mixture of those different exchanges. So first we're looking at the US dollar index, $DXY. Yeah, there's another symbol you can use for the US dollar too, but this one I'm using. So for the current week, we closed green. We made a higher high, higher low. I'm going to zoom in. I already labeled the midpoint. Why do I label the midpoint? Or how do I choose which one I'm going to label? Well, when the trading range, the high and low of any time frame, specifically the higher time frames, is above average than these other ones like these, to me, it's important. Okay. Then from this bottom of this trend to the high of this trend, this was a trend, this was a bullish trend, it was up. And we had a retracement going back in these two red candles. I drew this Fibonacci. The Fibonacci is a tool. It's just a tool. Many people interpret it and use it wrongly. I don't know where they got their training from. But here, I have significant numbers that are important to me. The 0.382, this green horizontal line, and the 0.618, the blue one. I chose those colors. So when we did this retracement, we broke below the 0.382. We came to the 50%. 50% is not a Fibonacci number. I have that labeled there because I want to know midpoint when we're halfway down. Not all numbers are Fibonacci numbers, okay? 0.382 and 0.618R. So it came down to the 50% and then did that green candle, which slightly went below the red, and then it closed inside the red candle and the trend reversed. So because it didn't continue going down nor test the 0.618, that's telling me it's extremely bullish still. Yeah. So higher probability it's going to break this swing high. I'm going to remove this Fibonacci because it's no longer valid because we already reversed off of it. Notice here, we had this consolidation of red and green candle. Yeah, almost forming a staircase pattern, lower low. And then we broke above it. Huge move up, almost a solid candle. There's a small wick down there. But when you have a solid candle, regardless red or red, green, this one being green is bullish. That's extremely bullish. Yeah. First, when you have candles that have long wicks like this, like this, like this, there's a chance they'll get retested or reversed. But you can see here, we had this big green candle, big tail on top, but the momentum was strong enough to go on the upside, continue for 2 additional weeks. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit so you can see a duration. Looking here over 1 year, 12 weeks over 1 year. 1 year with each being week. There was a low, the low. There was the high. We're much closer to the high and it looks like we're gunning back up to take out that high. US dollar is extremely strong. That's good. We could buy things cheaper in the United States as well as imports we could buy cheaper. That's wonderful. Other countries, well, they pay more for our products and services. Let's compare this now with some other currencies. I'm going to zoom in. We'll compare that with some of the currencies inside the US dollar. Again, dollar is bullish, trending up. Oh, let me show one more thing. Change this. So there's a stock ETF I mentioned that mirrors the US dollar, UUP, Uniform Papa. For you civilians, that's UUP. Yep, so you could trade this. It's been bullish. You could have done dollar cost average if you have been doing it for this year or since last year or longer. Dollar cost average, what's that mean? You determine maybe once a month, once a week. You might be adding money into buying the stock. And you've been winning because the stock has been momentum to the upside. You'd be paying by, say, you bought here and then you bought here. Yeah, you're paying more money and then you bought here. Then you're paying more money, bought here, paying more money. But the value overall is increasing. Your investment portfolio is gaining money. Got it? That's a good thing. That's a good dollar cost average. First, this one, oops. This is another stock ETF, currency stock ETF of the euro. Excuse me. Dollar cost average. I don't know if you ever heard of that, know about it. Many big financial investors and bloggers and people that got licenses to say they can sell financial instruments are misinformed of how you should use dollar cost average wisely, because they constantly say buy in the dips, buy for the long term. BS. Dollar cost average, if you were buying here and then went lower buying here, just say you're buying it every month. You're buying at lower prices. Yeah, that's true. And your portfolio is losing value because it's declining. We don't know when it's going to turn up. Yeah, long term, maybe you're going to retire in 5 years now, 20 years from there, or 18 months, because some people start later in life. So why would you be doing dollar cost average on a loser when that's working against you? Yeah, so persons that recommend you go out and buy anything dollar cost average or some other silly reason, see if they got skin in the game. Ask them, are they doing dollar cost average with what financial instrument? And then have them show you documentation. Have them show you documentation, because a lot of them are just pumping and dumping, selling stuff to you, because that's how they make their commission, bread and butter, if they're financial institutions they represent. Okay, you've been warned. Good job. Now let's compare. Again, here on the left, weekly chart US dollar, and here's the euro. Again, I mentioned the euro represents the biggest percentage of the US dollar. It's declining. Japanese yen. Well, let's go back to the euro. So here are the euro. Again, these are the futures now we're looking at, because futures all start with a forward slash. So that's forward slash. All future products, regardless if it's a commodity, equity index, or currency, all start with a forward slash. And currencies in the futures market start with the number 6 after the forward slash. And here's the E, forward slash 6E, the euro. So for the month, or sorry, for the week, made a lower high, lower low, trending now. Japanese yen, new low for the year. That's a struggle. Maybe you want to go to visit Japan. Your dollar is super strong. It's probably very expensive, above average expensive there, because them importing coal, crude oil, gas. Yeah. British pound, again, lower low, lower high. So those 3 currencies all weak against the US dollar because they made lower highs, lower lows. Looking at the Canadian dollar, interesting, made a higher high and lower low and closed below the prior week. This is, again, the only one so far we see that made a higher high. And the Swiss franc, yep, hard sell-off. Australian dollar, again, lower high, lower low. Let's look. New Zealand dollar. Let's even include the Mexican peso. Yep, there we go. Made a lower low, lower high, huge decline, Mexican peso. So now you get your avocados, Corona beer, tequila, cheaper than the prior months and prior weeks. Let's include one more thing down here, and then we'll get to the nitty gritty. Bitcoin, yep, Bitcoin declining since last year, coming back down to all-time new lows for the year. Versus dollar going up. So then the dollar cost average on any cryptocurrency that's declining. Yeah, I know many people discuss cryptocurrencies. Well, they're losing. Dollar cost average, you're losing. That's not good business plan. Again, it's your money. You decide how to do it. If you're outsourcing it to someone else to manage and they're performing poorly, well, you made a bad choice. You're not married to them, divorce them, get rid of them. Okay, let's go. Or go into the currencies, a little detail now. Again, we're looking at the currencies in the futures market. Testing you again, remember I said they all start with forward slash and then 6, the letter represents. So again, euro declining, totally opposite than the, again, it went to the 50% of that Fibonacci, inverse of the US dollar. Let's remove this. Okay, we removed it. Notice here, it's an acceleration phase, 3 candles in acceleration phase weekly. Prior down here, acceleration. So, excuse me. I apologize. It's building a staircase pattern high and high. Even though we're a huge red for the week, I'll look for this as an opportunity of trading singles. Yeah, we'll see how it goes in a faster time frame. What's another expression for faster time frames, lower time frame? So if this is weekly, I could take this down to the lower time frame, go to weekly to the daily, and see what's occurring. Well, yeah, the past 2 days we sold off bigger, and we didn't close necessarily below here. So going to see what happens the next few days. If we're going to start having bigger candles to the upside, solid green, it might be. Again, look at this consolidation, breakout, consolidation, staircase pattern, higher high. Maybe things are going to turn around for the euro. You don't know until you do your good due diligence study. So let's put this back on a longer time frame. Let's get there. Well, see, I'm looking here at the monthly. You notice this. I'm going to put this on the monthly drawings. So you said now we're looking at the higher time frame from the weekly. The higher time frame from the weekly is the monthly. Yeah. So there, all the way back in 2007, it did make a new low in the euro. And the past month, it closed green. So all this red for the whole year of the euro. Finally, a green candle, long tail on the bottom. And this current month, we're inside the range. So again, what I mentioned to you on the weekly, where it's making the, go back to my drawings on the weekly so you can see. making these staircase pattern higher high. And I showed you on the higher time frame, got inside candle. Yeah, we might be near a potential turning point. Okay, let's go on to the next. That's a trade idea. Consider watch close. Japanese yen. Oof. New low for the year. Bad. Broke below this consolidation. Closed low. Lots of problems. Lots of problems. British pound. Huge consolidation. Huge trading range too. And what did it do? It closed red, lower, lower, lower high, broke below the midpoint. That's not good. Again, just documenting it's bearish. That's not the currency to be buying right now. Actually, let's bring this in a little bit more. So this alone is showing you that the pound is weaker than several other currencies. Again, look at this. We'll go back here first. The pound, the higher the year, and a huge trending down, consolidation, but rolling back over. First, now looking at Canadian dollar. Yeah, whipsaw both ways, but at least it's been trending up the past few weeks. First, the pound been down. Huge difference. Swiss franc, yeah, also a huge sell-off and broke below this consolidation. And the Australian dollar as well. Huge sell-off, break below. So again, that's documenting why the dollar is strong, because you just saw the other currencies are reflecting it. Now we're going to look at the several major currency pairs of against the euro. Again, we identified euro as stronger than the pound. So first we'll look at the euro yen. This is now the Forex pairs. Again, different exchange. I mentioned the other currencies I was showing you were symbol /6. That was a futures market. Now we're looking at the Forex market where it has 6 letters. First 3 letters represent the stronger currency. Then it has a /. Second pair is 3 letters. So let me see hello. Yeah. The first 3 letters means when this currency is going up, that's in favor, stronger for that currency. If this currency was going down, that means the 3 letters to the right represent that currency. I'll mention it again a few times here. So euro for the week made a higher high, higher low, huge tail on the top. That's a bearish pin bar. Again, but this is benefiting the euro against the yen. I already identified the yen made a new low against the US dollar. So we have euro stronger against the yen, US dollar stronger against the yen. Now we're looking at the euro pound. Again, 3 letters here represent the euro, followed by the / second pair is the British pound. So again, when this is going up, because the first 3 letters of euro represents stronger euro. Look what we got here. We got these blue horizontal lines. That's channeling. And this euro making higher lows against the British pound. British pound has problems. And look at this huge consolidation here in favor of the euro. Now we're looking at the euro Canadian dollar. Oof, what did I say? I said the first 3 letters represents the strong currency. So if that strong currency was going to go up, be benefiting, but this trend is down. Euro, Canadian dollar, this trend is down. That means the Canadian dollar is gaining strength against the euro. Go CAD. So it's huge consolidation here. Potential going breakdown. There's the high of the year. And consolidation breakdown, new consolidation. And let's keep this here, but we're close to the swing low. That was a swing low, yellow horizontal line. So if we break below here, that's going to be even more strength for the Canadian dollar and weaker euro. Euro Swiss franc. Now that's interesting. Consolidation, break up to the upside. So euro's beating Swiss franc. Swiss franc is one of the 3 safe haven currencies. Euro Australian dollar. Yeah, real sloppy. Yep. Consolidation, breakdown, consolidation in favor of the Australian dollar if this continues going lower, and potential retest right down here, this gray horizontal line. So overall, we have a mixed messages with the euro against other currencies, but it's real clear the euro is beating the Japanese yen. but Australia and Canada, which are two commodity countries, huge commodity-based countries, Australia and Canada are beating the euro. Let's go now to look at the yen pairs. Remember, I said yen was the second biggest currency, the US dollar index. So we already spoke about the yen dollar, yen euro. Now it looks like the yen pound. Who thinks doing better, the pound or the yen? Well, first three letters are the pound, followed by the yen. And the price is going up. So that means it's in favor of the first three letters of currency. That means the pound is doing better than the yen. Okay, green for the week, higher high, higher low. Took out that swing high. That's good for the pound. Remove that. Huge till on top. Yeah, so supply zone, seller stepped in there. That's what happened here. Seller stepped in here, trended down, did a retest as expected. And again, seller stepping up here. Yep. I will not be buying up here. Nope. There are some people buying up here, and it's their money, their capital. Let them make the mistake. That's what makes the market when people have two decisions. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Let's put a arrow here. So remember next time we come back where we left off. Now the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Remember, the Canadian dollar was stronger against the euro, and we saw the Canadian dollar was one of the stronger currencies, working its way, well, getting stronger towards the US dollar, where the euro was weaker. Again, first three letters, CAD. Trend is up, giving favor to the Canadian dollar. Yep, Canadian dollar getting stronger than the yen. Same thing, look at that, bullish pin bar. Bullish pin bar. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, two safe haven currencies, two different continents. Yep, Europe and Asia. Same thing, look at that. So we have a lot of these candles showing on the weekly against Japanese yen, high tills, potential trend reversals. Well, if they start trending down, that's going to be favor for the yen. And Aussie, Japanese yen. First three letters, Aussie, trend up, bullish for Aussie. Again, there we had that huge bearish pin bar. Declined as expected, retest as expected, broke above it, but closed back inside that range. Worked as performed. Let's go into the final currency pairs. The pound, yeah, the pound, Queen Mother. Already spoke about the US dollar pound, yen pound, euro pound. Let's go to the pound Canadian dollar. Beginning of the year, consolidation, made a bump up, then rolled over. So because the price is declining, that represents the favor of the three letters to the right, Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar super strong against Queen Mother sterling. Yeah, new low for the year. Amazing. That's good for Canada. Huge move, consolidation there. Impulse move down and new low. Now notice we had small body here and a huge wick. Well, that's alerting me. Be concerned. Be concerned. Yeah, because small body, but it closed way below there. So this is looking like a bear flag pattern. Yeah, meaning that we might have a minor retracement, but roll over and go lower. Again, weaker for the British pound. Policies, Great Britain, the leadership of Boris, their Prime Minister Boris, FYI, Boris used to be a US citizen, dual citizenship. He gave his American citizenship because he didn't want to pay taxes he owed. Yep, you can check and verify that. History, wow. Pound, Swiss franc, again. Prices declining here. Swiss franc gaining momentum, gaining strength. Again, Swiss franc, one of the safe haven currencies. Consolidation, breakdown. Staircase pattern, look at the staircase pattern, lower lows. Interesting. I'll update this. There we go. Consolidation, breakdown, consolidation. Yep, Swiss franc gaining strength against the pound. So takeaway is, well, let's go one more. Pound, Australia dollar. Oof. Big supply area down here. I mean, demand zone. Buyers stepping in here. And this is the supply zone sellers up here. So it's huge consolidation. Yep. Interesting. Okay. So the takeaway here again, be concerned. The pound, I would not be dollar cost averaging on. No. So if you're going to do currencies other than US dollar, I already identified which ones are the advantage. And they all have stock ETFs. So you could trade their stock ETFs, which those particular ones, of course, are the currency ones. Many thanks for watching.